Good morning, everyone. My name is James Hongs. I'm the founder of Telehealth Today. Today is Monday, September 30th, 2024. It is 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And as always, we are having a Monday morning meeting. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everybody once again, November 1st, we are launching. Please join us. The website redesign, I don't think will be released tomorrow as promised, but it should be changed tomorrow. And I've been told by the 15th, everything should be done. So please check in on the website periodically. You will see some changes. They should all be good. And more to come on that. But yeah, without further ado, as always, I have an exceptional guest who wants to share with the world how they can make the world a better place and how they can contribute and how they can help you grow as a person. So today we have Miss Marvellous. She is a project advisor, community manager, writer, leader. She's done a lot of great things. I'm going to let her tell you about it. She is one of the experts, I would say, at Twitter. So if you're interested in that platform, but Marvellous, thank you for being here. It is a pleasure to have you. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much, James, for having me. Hi, everyone. My name is Marvellous, and I am a writer. I am also a community manager and a project manager. Basically, I do lots of things, but my major niche is writing and community management. And I have actually been in the Web3 space for over a year now, and it all started in a gym, which was for my grandpa. There was this guy that usually attends and comes to gym, and then he saw me and he introduced me to crypto as a whole currently actually. And he said he loves how I manage the gym. He loves how I put up things together. And he said he wants me to make money in crypto. And I love the idea because I actually love new challenges. And I took up the classes, which was free, that he gave to me. And then from there, I learned everything that he learned in 6 months. I learned it in just 3 months. And then he was so surprised that I could learn this thing in just a small amount of time. And from there, he told me to go into Web3 jobs, which I am now focused on as a writer, community manager, and as a project manager as well. Thank you.
Okay, that was very short. Did you want to share your screen but okay, well, let me ask you this though first. So who exactly is your ideal customer avatar? Like if you were to look out at everybody in the world and see their life, who would you point out that's the one I can help the most?
Well, I'll point out to someone who has no knowledge about what he or she wants to do. That will be my first and main target, because I feel that that person is actually in a troubled state of mind. I'll give an example. So yesterday, I would share my screen to really explain and show you what I actually mean. I was invited to an onboarding section to onboard people into Web3 and crypto as a whole. And I was super, super happy, even though the invitation was just in a short while, because I know that anything I'm about to say or plant into these people will grow faster, because they have no knowledge about anything that crypto is. So they are eager to learn at that particular time. So let me show you come in. Okay, so So actually this is my Twitter account, and then this this right here was the onboarding section that I was invited to, and here I was the co-host. You can see Havel there, and we talked about what Web3 is on Telegram with over 90 people in attendance. And so I was super, super happy to be able to share my knowledge to them. And they learned a lot, actually. So those will actually be my target if I was to face any advocate.
Okay, so someone, okay, and you're referring to business, I assume. So someone that maybe is in between degrees or schools, colleges, and really doesn't have a profession or a job title in mind that they know they want to do. Is that kind of who you're referring to?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um, okay, and so let's just say that, I've graduated high school, maybe took a few years of college, but I still don't know what I want to do. I book a meeting with you. How are you going to help me find myself and find the road that I'm destined to fulfill?
Okay, so the first thing I would actually do is I would ask you some kind of personal question, like what do you love doing most, or what can you do at all, or how can you picture yourself in the future? Or basically ask you if you have a skill currently. Now, a skill is the ability to acquire, is the ability that you acquire through maybe education or training. So I would make sure you actually have a skill and how you can actually leverage those skills. I think those are the questions I would ask you, because it's from that skill we can be able to implement them and maybe put those skills into use.
Hmm. Wow. Well, that's very aligned with Telehealth Today's goals as well, because once you identify that skill, you can essentially tell that person to be a practitioner on this website and start building their private practice in accordance with their skill set. So that's very good. Yeah, no, I commend you for that. Um, and then where do you take them next? Let's say they say, hey, yeah, that's something that I want to consider. Let's just say they want to build a company, or let's just say they want to be a runner or something like that. How do you take them to the next level then? Once you identify where they should go?
Okay, let me use maybe a writer as an example. Can I do that?
Of course, yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, so if um I find someone that is actually very, very good in writing, and then the person loves writing, because if you do not have the passion for it, you can't really excel as a writer. Now, the next step for you to do is start writing. You have to start from somewhere. Just because you're a writer does not mean you should keep writing on your head. You have to write in your book. You have to write, maybe utilize a particular platform. For instance, you're using LinkedIn or you're using Twitter. It can be Instagram. It can be anywhere. Just start writing, and then kind of get this feedback from maybe your mentor, for instance, me. So if you write anything now, you come to me and be like, oh, Avel, check this out. How did it go? Did I write it really, really well? And then I would commend you. But another thing I would tell that writer is to understand your audience. So now, if maybe the followers or the audience that you have as the writer are maybe community managers and project managers, then your content that you should be writing should be based on community management and project management. But when you're posting and you're seeing that people that are actually interacting with those posts are actually not people from that niche, then you can also write, or you can give subsequent posts related to those niche. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I think so. You're saying you're focusing on one very specific area of what they're trying to accomplish. Is that
Exactly.
okay? Okay, that's very good.
A writer, the main target of a writer is to get these engagements on their writing, to get validations on their writing. So when you're writing about something and then you're making a post and you're using maybe a particular platform like Twitter, and then you're seeing that when you write more about project management, the engagement increase, then you keep writing about project management. But if you look at the people that are engaging on those posts and those people are actually maybe product managers, then you should be able to feed those audience with posts that is related to product management.
Okay. So you're basically saying, yeah, our guest last week, at the end of the meeting, I said, "What's the final word?" She said, "Write the book." So I love that you said write the book, because that is good. But you're saying even now, I love where you're going. You're saying first they need to be passionate and enjoy doing it. Once they have that, then break it down into little segments and use social media to determine if the audience likes it and who the audience is.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Um, very good. And do you typically do this with Zoom meetings and just find where their level is and assist them at that point? Like your process, is it mostly Q&A, talking, Zoom? Is there anything, any hidden tricks or any hidden talent things?
Sir, can you come again?
Yeah, no, it's just so is most of your fact finding about your clients, is that just from personal interaction?
Okay, so some of my clients that I have or that I've gotten so far, some of them are from my engagements. Like they come to my DM and be like, "Oh, I saw the post you made about this particular project and I want you to write for this project." Or some students that I've actually lectured, because I have this academy where I lecture people for free actually, and then from the academy, these people go out to like utilize their skills and give testimonies. And from there, if they say, "Oh, I love what you're doing, who taught you?" And the person refers to me, and then they come to me and be like, "Okay, I saw what you did for this person, and I also want you to help me out in my own niche." I have taught so many people that are graphic designers. I have helped people that are writers, community managers, moderators. I've even helped some of them find where to get these jobs, that's crypto related jobs actually, and it has actually been massive. So some of them, or some of the clients I got, are from my post, and some are from the in-person events that I have attended. Yeah.
That's very good. That's very good. That's awesome. And let me ask you, if you don't mind, tell me a little bit about crypto. I know that's a big thing, and we've never had really a guest talk about it. We got some time here. Tell me a little bit about crypto, or where you feel it's going, or what you like about it, or what coin you like, or anything you want. But yeah.
Okay. Or okay. The thing I love about crypto is crypto jobs, because I would say that is what I basically venture into, crypto jobs. I love it super, super, super much, because um in crypto jobs you are allowed to work without even attending maybe high school or attending a university, as far as you have the skill and you have the knowledge, and if possible you have the proof of work. So that's one interesting part about Web3 jobs and about crypto jobs. And I love the fact that even as a writer, I can still work as a project manager, and at the same time, I can still work as a community manager. I even host spaces for projects on Twitter where these are I host AMAs where people come to ask about the project from the developer himself or herself and be like, oh, what are you building? Which coin are you creating? Or which ecosystem are you creating, this or that? And then the project gets more visibility. The project even get more investors through those spaces and AMAs that are being hosted on spaces. So if there will be anything I really, really love about crypto, it will be the job aspect. But one advice I would actually give is leveraging your skill as a jobber in the crypto space or in the Web3 space, because there are some skills that you just have to leverage on. And one thing you have to do is to identify these transferable skills. For example, communication. Communication is key when it comes to getting a job or finding a job. If you can't communicate fluently with maybe the project or maybe the developer itself, and you don't even know how to pitch yourself, then you won't be able to do well. Another thing is to stay positive, because it took me when I got into the crypto space, it took me 6 months to really, really understand everything that concerns Web3 jobs. And it took me 7 months to 8 to actually start earning good money, because I was just moving in circles. I didn't really understand what everything was about at first. And thank God to me opening up, thank God to me asking questions. So me staying positive. Many people that I know that I started with as at last year, some have even given up. And there are some that are coming to me right now and they're like, wow, I can't believe that you have actually done this. I wish I had not given up. So staying positive is actually one key factor. Another thing is networking. In the crypto space, you network. And there's one funny thing about crypto and Web3 jobs, especially on Twitter. Most people don't use their real faces. They use maybe an NFT, or they use a cartoon, or they just use something as their PFP. So you don't really know the person behind the PFP, but they quickly network. And I can just come to you, to your DM, and be like, hi, I want to connect. And then you just connect with the person. It can even be on a space that is being hosted. And then before you know, you can just get 10 followers at once just by attending spaces. So networking with people helps you to build your audience as well. It helps you to get more engagement on your post. Another thing is embracing new opportunities. The algorithm changes now in crypto. Things that are trending now are airdrops, this tap to earn, tap swap, and the rest and the rest. So if new opportunities should come, you should be able to embrace them. Don't say because you're a writer. I'm not saying you shouldn't write or you shouldn't keep on writing, but if there are other opportunities that you know you can do well, then you should be able to embrace them. Think the last thing will be to learn new skills. In as much as you've learned something and you're a pro, you should be able to at least learn something too, like something new. And there are some places where you can learn for free, or there are some people you can actually meet. Now, telehealth is here to actually help in different niche as well. Coursera, Allison, you can get courses for free too. So that's one fun thing about crypto. Many people think crypto is about trading. They think everything about crypto is about looking at a chart, going green, red, coming down, buying a token. But there are still other fun parts about crypto, like the jobs aspect. So you see, these tokens that people are buying, we have people at the back end that are working for this like project or token to really, really rise. So if you want to explore that ecosystem, you can also do that. So, and that does not mean you're going to be looking at a chart or expecting a token to pump or dump, something like that.
Professor Warner, I see your hands up.
Yeah, thank you very much, Marvellous, for this insight. And I also like it. I also use crypto for my job and my coaching. But if somebody is new in that field, also in Twitter, Twitter and Web3 goes very much together. So I think there is a big community of the Web3 people in Twitter. So if somebody's new and he's maybe a medical practitioner or a coach or life coach or whatever book coach, book writing coach, what we met, whom we met last week. So, what is the first step? What would you suggest? So, if you're really in the field, of course, you know how to deal with it, how to work. But if somebody is completely new and maybe has some concerns also about the Web3, what would you suggest? What is the first step besides meeting you and you coach him or her? But um, what is then the first step? How could somebody start?
Okay, so if you're actually new to crypto or you're actually new to Web3, the good thing about it is you have a Web2 skill. For example, a coach. Now, you're actually a coach in the Web2 space, and then you want to take that skill as a coach now to Web3 or crypto. Now, the first thing you just have to do is understand what Web3 is before you go into Web3. You don't just go into Web3 without understanding Web3. So when you understand Web3, then you can know how to utilize your skill as a coach in Web3. If you want to use Twitter as a platform to maybe grow or maybe get your client, then the first step is creating a Twitter account. Now, let me share my screen to show you what a good account should look like. Okay, so this is Twitter here, and you see this here, this with number 10 here shows it stands for notification. And if you click on it, these are notifications of maybe posts I made or people that I'm actually connected to. But first, let me show you. Now, this here, these are my followers. I have 1,500. And then this is what my profile looks like. So if you're actually new to crypto or new to Twitter and then you want to create an account, then you should first use a name, have a username, then a profile picture that you actually want to use. You do not necessarily have to use your real picture. It can be an NFT, it can be a selfie, it can be anything you love that you can actually put. But having a banner that talks about what you do is actually the best. Like mine here, what I do, like a public speaker, an ambassador, a writer, and community manager, is actually encrypted in the banner. So also having a bio. Now this with the green leaves that are here is actually a bio. And then let me show you how to edit. Now this is my name here. This is the bio. This is location. If you have a website, now you said, for instance, a coach. Now if as a coach you already have a website that you want to use or add to your Twitter profile, you can actually put it in this section. So come in here, this blue icon that is actually down with a cross sign, if you click on it now, you see post, photos, spaces, go live. Now if you click on a post, now this is where maybe you want to type what is happening or anything that you want to share. But I basically showed the most important thing about your Twitter page, which is your profile. So setting up your profile and putting the right thing in your bio. Like here now in my bio, I have writer, community manager, space host, marketing master. I'm a writer at this particular project, and this This is it here, iExchange. But it's on my bio. So you can actually just click on it from my bio and then check. And I'm an ambassador lead for this particular project called the Champions DAO. So you see that you could easily just click on that particular page to check what they do from my bio. And then this is a pinned tweet, and I made this tweet 6 days ago where I was invited to a particular program as a speaker. And then look at the likes. I got 285 likes with 6,800 views. So that is what your profile should kind of look like. Have a well-defined profile that explains what you really do. That's the first thing to do. So if you have that profile and your profile is actually well-to-do, then you can start putting out contents that are relating to what you do. Emphasis on relating. Now, you cannot be a coach and then be posting things that are relating to dancers. People will not see you as a coach. People will think you're a dancer. So if you're a writer, then you should write. If you're a community manager, then you post things that are related to community manager. That way, people will be able to know that, oh, yes, this person is really interested in community management, and the things that this person is actually doing is really aligning with what is in your bio. So if you're on Twitter or even any platform, then what's your particular niche, which you are based on, is what you should actually, those are the contents you should bring out to the world for them to see. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Well, I have a follow-up question on that, but mine is directly related to crypto. I've been in the crypto field a little bit, so I'm going to ask you a question and then another question. The first question is, in my experience, from what I know, if somebody wanted to get into crypto, there's essentially 3 ways. Number 1, they can buy and they can sell and they can trade crypto. Number 2, they can mine crypto. And then number 3, they can be part of the community in building a coin or helping build a coin and basically produce a coin for the world to see. So which one do you recommend? Where's your experience? And well, first of all, is there a number 4 that I'm missing? And also, which one of those do you prefer, and would you prefer to take people to?
Well, if I want to take people to anywhere, it has to be based on what you actually have. Now, if as a person that is new to crypto, you want to go into trading, the first question I would ask you is, do you have the liquidity for it? Can you actually risk your money being lost? Now, I cannot advise someone that does not have enough capital or enough liquidity to just go into trading. That person may actually just trade at loss and then come back to me and be like, oh, you took me to the wrong direction. I lost all my money. So the first question I will ask is, do you have enough liquidity? And secondly, do you have the money that you can afford to lose? Oh, sorry. Do you have the money that you can actually afford to lose? That is for somebody that wants to go into trading. So for someone that wants to go into mining, now, airdrops and mining are kind of like free. You don't really have to, there are some tax that actually requires you using some funds, which are really little, but there are some that does not really require funds, and you get rewarded after a period of time. For instance, Amstar or TapSwap, and that is just by tapping on your phone, and you keep mining it on your phone just by tapping it. So sorry. How yeah. So sorry. 1 minute.
I think her light went out. If you have to and you can't figure it out, you can finish without your video, but we do like to see you if you get it working.
I switch on and off a little bit.
Okay,
There you go.
so quick switch on again. So I'm back. Sorry about that. My lights went off.
No worries.
So-
No worries.
So talking about mining, now there are some crypto. Okay, they brought the light back. Okay, so there's some mining that just requires you tapping for a period of time, and then you get rewarded. And there are some that even after you've tapped and tapped, maybe the rewards you're getting is just so little after like wasting so much effort. So I see airdrops and maybe crypto mining as a side thing to do, because not many people really major, or so many people have that time to keep tapping for hours, right? So I see airdrops as a side thing to do. But what was the third thing you actually mentioned? Sorry.
So I said trading, mining, and creating a coin, because a lot of these coins, they're creating communities, right?
Yeah. So the last one about creating a coin. Now, if if you're creating a coin, I refer to you as an idolo, a dev, because it takes a lot of things to actually create a token, and it takes a lot of confidence, because there is just one goal that every creator wants to meet, and that is to make profit and make others make profit as well. In as much as we know that in the crypto space, there are so many people that would make profit and many people that will make losses. It's in two ways, and there's no way you can actually avoid it. It's not possible. Even as a jobber, like even as me that I'm actually working for a crypto project, there are sometimes I get maybe scammed, or that sometimes I lose money. For instance, a particular project I'm working for, and they want to pay me in their native token, and maybe the token has not actually launched. And when the token launched, the token launched at a very low price, and then the token was distributed and the price just go down. Maybe the price at which the token was given to me was at maybe $100, and then many people cheated, and then the token just goes down, and before you know, I'm seeing just like $10. That's me also losing. I'm not trading, but I'm losing money like that. So if you're actually creating a token, I'm sure
Hello.
you need to have sorry. Okay, so if you are creating a token, you should have a very wide knowledge, because after before you even create that token, you need to have a community, right? You need to have people that you would employ. So do you have that capital? Do you have that liquidity to employ people to actually work for you? So if you know that you don't have all of that thing, you shouldn't go to that. If you know that you don't have money to lose, don't start trading. But I would always recommend you going for crypto jobs, because crypto jobs does not require you to spend any money. It's your skill you're putting to use and you're earning from it, right? So you just looking for a particular project or a token that has been built or is about to be built, to just like put your skill there and get rewarded from it. There are some people that actually traded, but they started trading after they made money from crypto jobs. Now, even as I am, at times when I get paid and I feel like, okay, I think I can lose this $2. Let me just, a friend of mine be like, oh, Avel, there's this coin that is about to launch, and let's try it. You can just try to buy into it. I can easily say, okay, I want to buy into it because I know I made the money from a job. But you can't just expect somebody to just come and use his or her money to just like maybe your very hard earned money, or you're selling you have a business now that you're actually doing, maybe you're selling shoes and bags, and then you want to take all that money into crypto, and you think everything will just work in a day. It really does not work that way. So if you want to go into trading, I feel like you should have that liquidity that you know you can afford to lose, because it can be 50-50. It depends on your research skills, how you can really research to getting a really good project that you know that okay, your money is actually going to pump along the line. Thank you. And we have in crypto, we have what we call degen, and we have what we call long-term projects or long-term token, and then short-term. Now, when it comes to a short-term project or a token, we call them degen. Now, it's called something like, I don't know how really, okay, like betting. Now, if you know that this token is not going to last for like 4 to 5 days, maybe it's launched today and then the price skyrockets to like $1,000 and then goes down back in just 1 hour. That's like degening. There are some people that actually they risk that a lot, and they do that a lot. So many people make money from that. So many people lose money from that. But there are still some projects that they want to launch for long term. Like if they launch, they will keep building with their marketing, everything they know they can do, all their strategies, all their content planning. They know that okay, this is what we are doing, or this is a project that I want to take for so long. There is this particular project I'm working for as an advisor and Spaces, and this project has been on for over 3 years. And then the dev still like has his full faith in the project that okay, the project will still keep moving and it's still doing well. So we have long term and then we have short term at the same time.
That's awesome. Does anyone else have any more questions for Marvellous? Marvellous, I will say, you impress me. I know you're young, and I see ambition and I see responsibility. The quality of life is based on the questions you ask, and I know you ask good questions. I got a buddy, he says, if you want to get something done, ask someone busy. And I can tell you stay busy, and I think you're going to be a future leader. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here and having you. Any last words for the audience?
Yeah. Last word, or what I would say as an advice to everybody or anybody that will come across to, whether young or old, is whatever you want to be lies in your hands. You can't wait for people to spoon feed you all the time. Whoever you want to be, it's right here. It's right here in your head, and it's also in your heart. So find that person, find you, find who you really are, and keep trying. It's not a sin, or it's not bad to fail. It's not bad to lose. You can still keep investing, and then one day, you make money. So I always say this at the end of every lectures that I have with my students. I always say, keep learning, keep earning at the same time. Yeah, this is my last one. Thank you.
That was awesome. I couldn't have said it better myself. So with that, I'm going to end it. Those were great last words. It was a pleasure and a privilege to have you. Thank you all for watching.